to Zeta Land, and I'm Chinegu Kenechukwu. So, what I'm going to be teaching today is vibe coding. Vibe, you got that vibe. Okay, so vibe coding is basically coding with intuition. Like, instead of you typing all the codes, learning different stacks, Python, React, Node, you basically just coding with natural processing language, NPL. So there are three core skills you need to actually vibe code. One, you need to be able to design whatever you want to create in your head, design it from start to finish. You need to know how to communicate with the computer, and then you need to get creative. So these are like three core skill processes that you need to have. But then again, I have a framework designed for going through this app, which I'm going to share in the PDF, so you can go through the PDF. But basically, I just want to run you through vibe coding with Replit. So we're going to be using Replit, replit.com, and you can check it out. So I'm going to run you through the process of vibe coding with Replit. No codes, no Python. We're not going to be starting from Hello World. You know what I believe? I believe sometimes people run, let me use this word, people crawl so you can walk, people walk so you can run, and people run so you can drive, and people drive so you can fly. And I think that's what, I mean, the background of developers, everyone has been doing till we got here. They've been building all these frameworks so you can fly. I mean, whatever field you're in, you can get into the world of technology with vibe coding without starting from the scratch, learning how to, Python, Hello World, and all that. So you're just going straight into it. So what matters now is your creativity. So we are going to get right into it, and I'm going to create an app from the very scratch. Now, the first thing it tells you is to describe what you want to do. So to make this series interesting, I think every month I'm going to be trying to create a new app, something that is useful to you. And the more I do it, I'll share it and people can try, because this is hands-on. So first thing, you go to replit.com, and then you can try along with me, or you can just vibe to whatever you want to do. But the bottom line is always try and create something. So I'm going to create something. I'm a freelancer, and I believe most people I'm going to be sharing this thing to might also at some point want to try freelancing or doing some work online remotely. Now, one of the best things I've learned to do coding is, to use it to solve your own problems. Don't necessarily come into the world of vibe coding thinking, oh, you're going to build the next Facebook, you're going to build the next Google. Fantastic if you do. But honestly, most of these things start from problems. Like Facebook was built, for like just taking the yearbook and putting it online. That's how Facebook started. It just started like an online yearbook, and so many other people wanted it, and it was able to scale from there. So I think I recommend a similar approach. Don't just think of the grand scheme of things, think of that little problem you have. So as a freelancer, one of the core things in our system is marketing. You have to be able to send out mails, send out proposals every day if you're a freelancer. So especially if you're like a freelancer on Upwork, you need to be able to send out mails every day, and sometimes it's hard to be consistent. So to be consistent, one of the things you need to do is to have like a tracking system or to monitor, so you can create a form of dashboard to see how far you've performed, to see some analytics. To, I mean, yes, you could, there are sites and you could do this on a spreadsheet, but trust me, it's more interesting when you do it on an app that you created. So let's communicate with Replit and tell it what we want to do. So you just go into it. I want to, you give it a command, create an application. Okay, let's, I think it's always good you, I have a framework for communicating with AI, and I always like three things. One, tell it who you are, tell it what you want, and tell it the outcome. That's always how I like to communicate with our AI, and I would like to follow a similar approach. So I am a freelancer on Upwork. That's who I am, and then you tell it what you want to do. I need to create a tracker for my proposals that I send daily. Then that's what you want to do, and you tell it how you want to give it an idea of how you want the outcome. I want an out I want an app that can help me key in my activities with a simple click to to measure that I am sending 10 proposals weekly. The app should be neat, should have to be clean, have a dashboard with analytics to track my progress and measure interviews landed. We will call the app Ken's Upwork Tracker. Are you see? So once you key in the prompts, you start the chat. So um let's see how it responds. You give the app some time to think about it. It processes, it loads straight, and it will give you it will basically it will give you a draft. It will give you a draft plan, that you might have to accept. So you see, so it gives a feedback. It says, I understand you need a comprehensive tracking application for your Upwork freelancing activities. Okay. So let's see what it wrote. Based on your requirements, I'll create a plan for Ken's Upwork Tracker, a web application that helps you log proposals, track weekly goals, and measure success rates. So you see, that's beautiful, right? So it gives you a plan. Look by the left, you can see Ken's Upwork Tracker, a freelance productivity app for tracking daily proposals, weekly goals, and interview conversion analysis. Beautiful. So let's approve this plan and let's see how it goes. So now you once you give it clear instructions, you don't just go back and drink a cup of tea. I mean, it's good you sit with the app and watch the process, because as it's creating the app, it's writing to you, it's telling you, oh, this is what it's going to do, this is what it's doing. It's very important because at some point you need it to you need this you need the feedback when you start debugging your app, because it's you that's even the most interesting part, because it's not just create and sit down. You actually do a lot of debugging, you do a lot of correction, you do a lot of training. So that's the difference between maybe when you're coding, you're writing the code. Most times you're doing the debugging as you're coding, but once you're vibe coding, most times the first draft comes out, then you start to refine gradually. You start to refine the product, So it takes a while. It's creating. What we'll do is this: we can stop part one here, and then by the time the app is done, we can do part two. But let's give it a try. Let's watch. Let's see how it builds anyway. Let's see. So this is it. It's going. Looks good. We can see login proposals, log interview, view history. That looks clean. Weekly proposals. What it's nice because when Upwork is creating this, it tests it itself. It's testing the progress. So this looks beautiful. Oh, really? Total proposals sent, interviews landed, conversion rates. That's amazing. That's wow. You know, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Oh, and it also has good version control because sometimes your app could hit a roadblock and then you start to backtrack. Now, learning using vibe coding should not stop you from actually learning how to code or learning some of the fundamentals, because that way you understand what the computer is you understand what the computer is saying to you, especially when you start doing using API keys, connecting to other websites, getting authentications. At that point, if you have no technical background, you'll be lost. So it's still good to have some theoretical knowledge. It's still good to, learn the basics of know what Python can do, know what React can do, understand the basis of MPL. It's still good to do your background studying and research. So you understand what the app is doing in depth, you know. So you don't just I mean you're not just blank. So that way, it's really nice. So while the app is building, we're going to be back. Okay, once it's ready, we'll have a second video, and then I'll show you how it went. Right? So stay tuned. Um, well, I can see some people still saying, "Oh, Kenny, can you stay a little so we can just see the ending of this app?" Okay, okay. What I'll do is I'll make it a two-part video. So by the next time I'm back, I'll show you how the app looks, and then we're going to go through the refining process together. Is that okay? Is that okay? So stay tuned. It's Zeta Land, and like I promised you, we're going to be going through one project every month. Cheers.